everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Project X Mini. My name is Bradley from Helium 10, and I am your host as we guide you through the world of selling on Amazon.com. Now today, we are gonna talk about the game-changing engine of Amazon advertising and keyword research. So prepare yourself for an enlightening session filled with actionable advice from Clarence from the FBABros, we, and Marina, as we're about to unravel the strategies that truly transform your selling journey. All right, team, after you've set up your listing, all I have to do now is just sit back in my pool and just wait for the money to start flowing in, right, guys?
Not quite. You need to continue with the other tasks ahead to make sale or scale up.
That's exactly my initial experience. I figured I'd cut costs by skipping Amazon ads, only to find out that my listing's practically invisible on page 20 with no orders.
So how do we tackle this problem?
Okay, think of it this way. By correctly indexing in the search term keyword, your product is now in a pool of many other similar products. So as I mentioned earlier part, you have only a few seconds to be in front of customer. So your product have to be on the top of the placement for customer to see.
Now, do I need to be a super Amazon ads and keyword research expert from day one in order to be able to do this?
Well, not necessarily. Even if you're not really sure about keywords research or not familiar with Amazon ads, you can still get started by using Amazon sponsored products first. These are essentially CPC or cost per click ads, and you can start off by automatic ads.
So kickstarting your first sponsored product campaign on Amazon is surprisingly straightforward. Like what Marina has mentioned, begin with automatic campaigns that doesn't have an end date, and that is it. This approach allows Amazon to optimize your advertising for you, simultaneously helping you to pinpoint exactly what keywords will perform best. These high-performing keywords can then be strategically extracted into your manual campaigns later on for further optimization.
I get the example here. You search on the cutting board and you see another phrase top up like the cutting board wood or cutting board wood last. That phrase shows that customer also searching for that keyword for the product.
So an easy and straightforward approach I recommend is studying the product details and customer reviews of your leading products in your category. By examining the listings and feedback of these top sellers, you can spot recurring keywords. Look for trends in how products are described, the advantages they offer, the issues they address, and keywords related to the specific occasions that frequently appear. I regularly use AI tools such as ChatGPT to help identify these patterns and compile a comprehensive list of keywords.
All right, so that's where I can get started. What about some more advanced tactics for keyword research?
So if you're looking for advanced tactics, a little bit of advanced tactics from our playbook would definitely be utilizing, once again, Amazon Brand Analytics. I cannot stress the importance of this tool. So you can find this by navigating to Seller Central and by looking at Brand Analytics into the top search terms. Let's look at the screen and we're going to look at some of the top search terms for your product. So under Brand Analytics, go to Search Analytics and you should see top search terms. And the moment you click on a certain ASIN, you can key in your competitor's ASIN, or in this case, I have used my certain brand. And with that, Amazon spit out some of the highly relevant search terms that you can target in your Amazon advertising. And a pro tip on launching exact match campaigns, I highly recommend that you follow this rule. So it can be tempting to copy all the keywords you have extracted from your research into one single campaign. So what we have found is that there is this bullying effect that would happen on your Amazon advertising campaign. What this means is that the advertising budget will be eaten up by your top search keywords, and thereby leaving the rest of your keywords not searchable. So think about it this way. Imagine you're targeting 100 keywords in one campaign, and only your top 5 is getting all the clicks and all the impressions. Your remaining 95 keywords is not getting any exposure at all. And you don't want that to happen. You want to give every single keyword a fair chance to shine. So follow this tip, which is to limit up to 5 keywords per campaign, and we can see that your advertising spend will be more spread out across the board. Also, search query performance and search catalog performance under brand analytics can also allow you to optimize your biddings and advertising strategies even further. So in search query performance, you can see the listings impressions. So let's look at the screen share, which we will go through for greater ease. So under search query performance, you can see for all the keywords, you have your search funnel under impressions, which goes down to clicks, which goes down to add to carts, and then purchases. So this gives you a lot of information in the click-through rate, in the conversion rate for every single keyword. This is really a goldmine that you need to use.
Let's go ahead and dive into it and talk about how you can use this in relation to your Amazon advertising. For example, this keyword, tamagoyaki pan, I'm going to look at what is the conversion rate for the keyword overall. For the way I can do that is by looking at the clicks. Total count of clicks is 898, all right? That means after people searched for this keyword, 898 people clicked on it, all right? Now, the next thing to look at is I'm gonna skip the cart ads and I'm gonna go directly to purchases. I can see that 70 people purchased this. So the conversion rate overall for this keyword is 70 divided by 898, so a little bit less than 10%. Now I'm going to look here, what was my conversion rate for that keyword? And I can see here that I had 108 clicks and I had 14 purchases. Now, if I divide 14 by 108, that's way over 10%. That means my product, actually this is his product is getting almost double the conversion rate. So how would that affect how he approaches Amazon sponsored ads? Well, what he has probably done and what I would do is I'm gonna double down on advertising for that keyword because I know that my conversion rate is so much better than the competitors. I wanna make sure I'm showing up at the top of the page. Now let's take a step back and think about the opposite scenario. If one of my keywords maybe wasn't having a good conversion rate for a keyword compared to the competitors, it's almost a waste of money to keep advertising for that keyword. So Amazon is showing you this data so you don't have to waste that money. Maybe you want to dial back your spend on those keywords that have the poor conversion rate and focus your spend on the ones that have the high conversion rate. One last thing here in Search Create Performance, when you're looking at the ASIN level, you can click one of these keywords and you can see the top 10 clicked product for any keyword that is in your list. So here I can see the top 10 products that are getting clicked and I can see what their click share is, how many impressions they have, and how many clicks they have. Now, if you're wondering what does this impression mean? Impression means how many times people actually see it in the search results. That could be in sponsored advertising or it can be organic ranks. One last thing, if you're wondering why are your impressions low compared to the search volume, that's where you can now use Helium 10 data. Use Keyword Tracker, find out where is your sponsored ad showing up. If you're showing up on page 2 or page 3, you're not getting impressions. So that's when you might need to increase your bid in sponsored ads so you can get on the top of the page and show your impressions. Now, if you want to watch more information about Search Create Performance, make sure to check the YouTube video in the link below.
For another more in-depth study method, we would recommend you use Amazon's Product Opportunity Explorer and Helium 10 Cerebral tool. In setting up relevant keywords, we do a competitor analysis and choose the top 10 performing brands in sales and reviews. So let's deep dive into the Cerebral tool first to how can you uncover relevant keywords for your Amazon listing. So let's go for your screen sharing.